Hello, my friend. Welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. In this episode, I want to talk to you about, and I want to make that conversation about why artists sell online. You know, why artists sell art online. Well, my friend, welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. Welcome to my table. It's a rainy day here in Chicagoland area. And my friend, I want to have this conversation today about why artists sell art online. Why in the world do artists sell art online? Now, why does that even matter, right? You may ask. Well, because there are still, and I see this everywhere, every day, I see so many artists who are afraid of selling art online, who are afraid of what the art world will say. There are other artists who criticize others for selling art online. They diminish them. They say, oh, the artist is less because he's selling art online. It's damaging his or her reputation. It's not good. It's bad. So there's this kind of stigma against selling art online, which I would like to just tell you what I think. Now, before I do that, on my plate this morning, I have 2 waffles, very good waffles, actually vegan waffles. Because if you know, I said I'm kind of being more vegetarian these days. I have also a papaya slice, which is awesome, and of course my green tea to start this morning. Well, my friend, let's talk about this, right? Because I'm super interested about this topic, right? Why there's so much stigma about selling art online inside the art world. It's an art world. If you're new to the art world, if you came to this recently, you're like, what are you talking about? Well, so just check it out. But all of us who are kind of in the old side of things, I am 47 years old. I'll be 48 this year. So I'm well aware of what the world was like, what the art world was like before the internet, before social media, before this whole revolution, before these videos stuff. I was there. I was here. I was making art, had a gallery, was working, and that's how I formed myself in that world, as many of you who may be watching this video today. So you remember that world, right? And there was a framework in which the art world functioned. And many people still today, I think they've been carrying that framework all along. And they're still measuring the world of today, which is completely different to that world, within that framework. And that framework was very rigid, very strict. It was, the art world framework where the galleries, the institutions, the museums, the educational institutions, a very powerful entity, which control everything, who went in, who went out, and that was it, right? That was the access to the world of art. It was through that system. Well, the internet came about, social media came about, and that completely screw up and shake that framework, right? So the system kind of make holes in the framework where artists now began to have direct access to an audience, right? I mean, just think about this. My daughter, who's 14 years old, she can go to TikTok, make a fun, really cool video, post it on TikTok, and if it's really awesome and cool and funny, tomorrow can have 20,000 views, right? How in the world that happens in the world today, right? Because the internet, and that includes, when I say the internet, I refer to everything. Social media is the internet as well. The internet, social media gives access. So when it comes to the art world, right, artists have access. So when you have access to something, you do whatever you want with that access. It's entirely up to you. You can use it for good, you can use it for bad, you can use it for entertainment, for education, for whatever you want. You have access. You just plug in, you are plugged in, you have access. So what has happened is many artists, I think, and many people inside the art world still think that artists today should work within the framework of yesterday, not with the framework of today. What I have done as an artist myself, and that's why I do Breakfast with Sergio, that's why I'm here every day and do all these things and do the coaching and things, because I believe there's a new framework, and actually I believe the framework is broken, and I believe that's a good thing. I believe, as you have heard me say many times before, there are many ways to be an artist today. So, if you've been carrying this framework of the past, it's okay to break it. It's okay to do something else and stop criticizing others for doing something that you think is outside of the framework, right? That is selling art online, for example. Many artists feel that artists should not sell art online, that they should only sell through galleries, that if you sell art online, you're damaging your reputation, you're looking like a sellout, you're looking like a salesperson, is bad. There's a stigma about selling art on your own as an artist. That's why the galleries are there. Well, here's the deal, my friend. If there were thousands and thousands of galleries around the world selling a lot of art, and then it would be great. But the reality is that there are not enough galleries for all the amazing artists out there in the world. There just are not enough galleries. And the few galleries that are there, we are all, trying to maneuver, trying to sell art, trying to make it, trying to work it, right? The top 1% galleries, they don't have a problem. They are the kings. They are at the top. They're eating up, the most of the wealth in the art world. It's everybody that's after that, right? The mid-range and the small galleries that are having a hard time. They're traveling from art fair to art fair, trying to survive. It's not only just opening your doors and let people come in. It's the survival mechanism of trying to be in social media, trying to be on online marketplaces like Artsy, for example, go to art fairs to promote the art and sell the art, find new collectors. So many of these galleries are so busy and so hectic, they don't have a whole lot of time to be reviewing artists' art, and the hands are so full, right? They're doing their best as they can. And then there are other galleries who have come up with new business models in which they have to charge also the artists for showing, because the expense of the rent is so high and other things that they. So again, it's a system that the framework of the past, it doesn't work today. It doesn't work because we have access. So that brings the artist with a choice, right? Do I get wait for a gallery to represent me, and nowadays you need more than one gallery to be realistic, or should I actually try to sell out online? Well, the people who have the framework that they've been carrying for a long time, they say, well, no, they shouldn't sell out online, that they're damaging the reputation, is not good for them, or why not, right? But the problem with that is a lot of people who say that, they either have a job, like a teaching job, or they do workshops, or they do something else that it doesn't matter if they sell out or not, because it doesn't affect their survival, right? It doesn't affect their survival. But for artists who depend on the sales of their art 100%, then they have to find a mechanism to survive, which in this case, the opportunity is there to sell art online. So why not? Why, criticizing those artists? And it just kills me that I just don't understand why so many artists criticizing artists. They'd rather see an artist working at a bar, a night shift, to make money to pay the rent, than seeing that artist trying to sell art online. It just doesn't make any sense to me, right? And again, artists who don't have the pressure of selling because they're fortunate to have other gigs, or maybe they came from a wealthy family, or their partner is really wealthy, it makes all the money. Why not? Then it's okay, right? There's no pressure, so it's okay to point and criticize everybody else, right, for trying to survive. So all I'm saying, my friend, is that I believe there's access. There's access. What you do with that access is up to you. I have chosen, to use access to educate, right, to motivate, to entertain as well, right, and also to open opportunities for me and to sell art. That's what I do with my access. What you do with it is entirely up to you. You may want to sell art. You may be afraid of it. That's entirely your choice. But I think we need to stop criticizing others for doing so. I think we need to do that. We need to leave that framework of the past and say, well, you know what? It's a new world, and I'm gonna be cool about it. I'll pick my choice. I'll make my choice and let others make their choices. And here's the thing. I see a lot of artists or people that criticize the system, the art world, the social media, the marketing. Say, artists who are just marketing themselves. Art has become a marketing scheme or marketing thing. And then I go to their Instagram profile, and guess what they're doing? They are posting. Of course, what they do, they don't call that the same, right? They just call it sharing, right? But guess what? If you're in social media, if you're trying to build an audience, you are marketing your art. You're just not seeing it yourself, right? Because it's easier to see it, to point it in somebody else, right? If you are so upset about this, close your Instagram, close your Facebook, close your Twitter, get out of this world, go back to the old one, right? And stop criticizing other people. So my friend, that's all I wanted to say on this episode. I could stay here for another 10 minutes talking about this, but there's no time. I want to let you go. Thank you so much for watching Breakfast with Sergio. And if you want to know and learn how to sell art, which I love to teach you about that, just send me a message and just put the word sales. Just send me a message anywhere, any of my social media accounts, and just put the word sales. I'll send you a link to the courses that I do and the videos that I have and all that information. And then it's entirely up to you what you do with it, right? You can learn to sell and sell, or you say, well, I'm just going to learn it but not really sell because I don't need to right now. But at least I know how to do it. So entirely up to you. Thanks so much, my friend. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode of Breakfast with Sergio. Goodbye.